Let's frickin' get pumped, lifters. We are back in the car, hitting back. I'm hilarious. Anyway, we are hitting frickin' back. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. Back, biceps, maybe a little bit of rear delts. We'll see how I'm feeling. Probably some side delts as well. And we'll start with some forearm work. I know you guys are skipping forearms just like you're skipping cardio. Not freaking on. Because I mean, if you look at a guy, or when you see someone, or when you walk around in a t-shirt, what muscles actually show? Obviously you see a bit of the bicep, maybe a tiny bit of the tricep, but what are like the most obvious show muscles? It's your frame, which you get by obviously your collarbone width and your clavicles, but your shoulders, because everything below that kind of drops down. Your chest will poke out in a t-shirt. Your back, unfortunately, you don't really see much of in a t-shirt, and that's my strong point, so guess I'm cooked. And then you see your freaking forearms, right? Like obviously, when you've got your shirt off, you see your bis and tris, but when you're just walking around, it's your forearms that really give that like wow factor. And some people will cope and say, well, they don't want their forearms to overshadow their biceps and triceps. But at the same time, like, when has that ever actually happened? Just having big ass forearms is just cool. It's like a cool vibe. You know what I mean? Any freaking way. For that, we'll just do some wrist curls, forward, like palms up and palms down. And that's pretty much all you have to do. Just spam a few of those. Doesn't take very long to recover. Take like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes max to do all the forearm work we need for today. But carbs, pre-workout carbs today, about 40 minutes ago. Pack of instant oats, a banana, and some freaking honey. I'm tapped into the classic honey and banana. Oh, and a rice cake. Why should you have carbs before a workout? I think you all freaking know the answer to that. And it's even more important, right, when you're dieting. Because when you're dieting, your overall amount of carbs in your system, your muscle glycogen, is already much lower and depleted because you're dieting and eating less food. So you're in a depleted state. So moving your carbs around to have like right before your workout is honestly ideal. But I've been a organized lifter today, so we're hitting, it's only freaking 7. So I have 700 calories left to have after this, and we can talk about that meal on the car ride back. But right now, plan, hit some freaking back. I'll probably start out with, I usually like to start out with a pull down of some kind, some form of row. You know, we'll just frickin' see. We will just frickin' see when we get in the gym. Not much else to say. See you in there. Oh, actually I lied. I have something else to say. If you like this video, please press the like button, drop a comment, subscribe. Every time I say that, it actually works, as much as I hate saying it. So, we're at 29 subs now. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it a lot. Hope you're enjoying the videos. If you want a different type of video, drop it in the comments. Anyway, let's get in the freaking gym. Oh, freaking right. I've already done forearms. I'll put it up on the screen. Now after we do 2 or 3 sets here. Maybe get this as well.
Maybe a bit light. One more. That's enough of that. Alright, I reckon we do like 2 or 3 here. See how it goes. Yeah. We'll go down a bit. Yeah. It's enough of that. We'll do something else. Alright, again, I'm freaking thinking maybe 2 here. My back's already pretty torched, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, maybe one more. That's just some light raises and maybe a cable car. Alright, we're gonna do 2 sets of retail flies and cable car. And we'll superset that, and then I'll do 1 or 2 light squeezing set of a wide good bro and make that like a flexion noise so I hit my spinal like this. And then we'll be freaking done. Bit of a short one today, but my back is cooked. Yeah, 1 more like that. Yeah. Let's do 1 flexion row as a freaking finisher, and then we'll pose down. Alright, we'll just do 1 here. Obviously, this is more of a light squeezing set, and I'll try and fit some flexion in it so I'm actually hitting my spinal rectus. I know it's a bit of a shorter back day, but you know, I'm cutting, and back is freaking destroyed. Let's do this, and then pose down, and I'll see you in the car. Let's pause down. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh shit. Well, if that looks as good as it does in the viewfinder, we are getting pretty freaking lean. I didn't even do triceps.
Let's frickin' dip. Now, if that pump looked as good as it did in the frickin' viewfinder on the computer, I am a happy lifter. I am a happy frickin' lifter. Because it looked pretty insane in the viewfinder. So if it looked good on screen, leave a comment. If it looked bad on screen, leave a like. And either way, you have to subscribe because you made it to this point in the video. Now, enough of that yapathon. I had a few things to talk about in the car, if I can remember. One, I know I've talked about this a few times already, but one of perhaps the downsides of cutting is the fact that you're gonna have less energy, right? Which means less onus is on you in the gym to put on and train harder, because you're going to put on less or close to little muscle during your dieting phases compared to your mass gaining phases or your bulks, right? It's just the way of it. It's just how it works. You're going to put on less muscle in a cut, so you don't necessarily need to be pushing every single session as hard, or more so, you're physically incapable of pushing each session as hard because you have lower energy. You just feel generally drained, right? Anyone who's dieted, you know. So the point of that is that the hard part isn't exactly in the gym where it is when you're, say, bulking or mass scanning, whatever, you have more energy. That's where you have to put in the hard yards in the gym, right? And then obviously keeping your calories up, but personally for me, that's not an issue. But then the hard part of dieting comes outside the gym. Doing your cardio. Yeah, you have to do your cardio. Obviously eating in a deficit. You get the picture. So, and that means that you can not necessarily take your foot off the gas in the gym, but more so that the tank is already less empty, right? More empty, sorry, not less empty. You can tell I'm tired. Any freaking way. We are heading home. I have a cheeky 700 calories left, and we are gonna freaking have some air fried chicken with some air fried potatoes. Pro tip, steam the potatoes in the microwave in a little bit of water first after you've cut them up and peeled them, and then put them in the air fryer, and they get much more crispy. Like, different game, so much better. But we'll probably have 300 grams of chicken breast, maybe, I don't know how many potatoes, however many potatoes fills up roughly to that amount of carbs. Then I'll mix up a quick dipping sauce of like sriracha, mustard, maybe some low sugar tomato sauce, and a little bit of low fat mayo. Pretty freaking sweet. And then, I don't know, whatever vegetables we have in the fridge, I'll chuck some on the plate just to fill me up. Pause. Anyway, that should be freaking sweet. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to talk about, the other day someone asked me in the comments how, when you're getting back into the gym, how should you approach it, right? If you've been off the gym for a few months, which, I mean, there's all been times, no matter how dedicated you are, there's been times where life gets busy, stuff happens, right? Coming back into the gym after, say, months off, and you're coming in and you feel completely fresh, right? You've lost a lot of muscle, it happens. The important thing to remember is that you're going to get that muscle back, and you're going to get it back way quicker than you would have, than it originally took you to get it. Because muscle memory is a real thing, right? If it took you like 3 years to put on this much muscle, then you didn't lift for like 6 months, you can put back on like all that muscle again in like a matter of months, right? I mean, I know it's a one-person example, but look at Kevin Levrone, sorry. My favorite bodybuilder. I love you. In his off season, dude was like, he was like 210 pounds. I know I'm Australian, but I know their weights in pounds because whatever. He was like 210 or 180 or something. And then he'd come up in a matter of months on season, like 280 pounds shredded on stage. Or I think it's 260, whatever. Humongous, right? He put on a massive amount of muscle in a matter of months. And why? Because he had done it before, and obviously with the help of drugs and incredible genetics, right? But the point is, you can put the muscle back on, but that's not the thing you really need to be worried about. When you're getting back into the gym that fast, or in general, you're gonna put the muscle on a lot easier and a lot quicker than it takes your tendons to adapt, your mentality to adapt, and just like your general wanting so much as to go back to the gym, right? I mean, for some it's not a problem, but for others it takes a while to get back into the groove and the mindset of, yeah, I'm gonna go lift. Oh, I'm a little tired today, I'm still gonna go lift, right? And the onus is on you to not jump back in straight away and go, well, before I took a 6-month break, I could bench press 120. I'm gonna put 120 on the bar. Double torn pec. Not nice. Not freaking nice. So you have to go in slowly, right? You want to go in as slow as possible. And I would recommend doing higher volumes when you start, because it's a lot harder to get injured doing a lighter weight for a higher volume, even if you get the same kind of stimulus, as long as you're going close to failure. You know, I mean, just make it up. Just go have fun, lifters. Just lift the freaking weight. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one.